Hi, today we would like to demonstrate the practicum project that we have done for this semester at CMU, Silicon Valley campus. The practicum project is based on trust-based publication network, depending on the DBLP dataset that is publicly provided. Let's get back to the demo cases and show what we have done so far in this semester. So the tool provides the relevance between authors and publications depending on the topics that you will search for. So let's just give it on the example and let's just search for mobile. So this is basically a keyword or just substring in the publication title that is associated with publications. And what you can do is you can do a sort by the publication count and citation count, and you can also limit it depending on a number you would like. So after you search, basically we populate a diagram that will include different types of graphs actually. So once it loads, the first diagram will be the co-authorship diagram, which will represent all the co-authors depending on this topic. So when you hover the nodes, it will basically show you the author, and on the right side you will be able to see the co-authors of that author as well as with their publications. And you can also interact with the UI by just hovering on the node and just trying to zoom in and out, as well as with dragging and dropping the UI to see the other sections of the graph. So also you can have an author publication network which will include both types with different colorings. So here you can see that this is an author on that topic, and these are the publications that she or he has written. So this way you can actually also see the co-authors, but this is just another representation to see how you can find detailed information about both authors and publications in the same graph. So let's switch back to another scenario. So what you can do, you can also search for multiple topics instead of just one. And what we will do is we will search cloud computing and machine learning at the same time. So what you need to do, you just need to separate it with comma. Then you will just type in and search for it. And what it will bring is, it will bring the union of these two topics. So there might be some authors who has written in both topics, or even there might be authors like who has written in either of these topics. So in this diagram, actually, we are trying to find out who has written publications in both topics, so that we can actually utilize their publications, or like maybe even trust more when we invest on our projects. So this is the case that we have actually founded. So the unique thing that in our project is we have a trust-based calculation, which is basically on the knowledge-based and social-based factors on authors, depending on their publications within the given topic. So what you can do, you can do a search on a topic and include the trust score. So when you add the trust score, and when the data is populated, you will see associated trust scores for each author on that topic. So as you can see here, we have a double-based trust score, and that will change depending on the author's publications and their co-authors. So this way, we are planning to give more sensible data about how you can invest on your projects and go on your search about publications, because the bigger the trust score is in that topic, the better to utilize the publications of that author is. So this will be the most usable scenario in our case. And finally, we can also like search depending on the author. So what you can do, you can just search the author name, and you can also do the sorting and limiting just in the same case. And after you search, what it will bring is actually the author-based graph. So let's just wait for the data to populate. So this system hasn't been tweaked for the performance, although despite of that, it's still fast enough. But our focus was not towards the performance. So this is just a proof of concept on how to actually integrate a trust-based calculation in a publication network. And so we will just focus on the usability and the use case. As you can see now, we have the author in the center. So that's the author that we have searched for. And what you can see here, you can see the co-authors of this author in the right side, as well as with their publications. So in this case, it is just a better representation, just in case you want to search for who this author collaborated and what are those related publications, in case you want to go deeper in the search. We can also find out the universities or the institutions that publishes PhD theses about a topic around the world. So what we can do, we can just go to the institution-based topic search and just search for a topic, which will actually search through our data set and bring out the schools as well as with their associated PhD theses. And it will try to pinpoint those universities or institutions to show that these are the schools that actually share or publish valuable information about this topic. So this way you can also find out which school to follow about a topic. So this also helps on that issue.